My name is Sarah. I am 28 years old. I thought love would complete me, but I lost my identity in the process. I met Daniel when I was 24, full of dreams and ambitions. I wanted to travel, write a book, and maybe start my own business. He was charming, with a laugh that could light up a room and a heart that seemed to understand mine. We fell fast and hard, believing love would conquer everything. In the beginning, it felt like a fairy tale. He supported my dreams, listened to my ideas, and made me feel like I was the most important person in the world. We spent hours talking about our future, where we'd live, the adventures we'd have, and the life we'd build together. I felt safe, cherished, and sure that I'd found my forever. But somewhere along the way, I started to disappear. It was subtle at first. I turned down a job opportunity in another city because he didn't want to move. I stopped writing as much because he preferred we spend our evenings together. I told myself these were small sacrifices, the kind you make for love. But with every little piece of myself I gave away, I felt something shift inside me. Daniel never asked me to change outright, but his needs and desires always seemed to take priority. He loved routine and stability, while I craved spontaneity and growth. When I brought up wanting to take a solo trip or enroll in a creative writing class, he'd sigh and say, "Why do you always need more? Isn't what we have enough?" And because I loved him, I convinced myself that it should be. I started dressing the way he liked, cooking the meals he preferred, and filling my time with activities that fit into his world. I stopped meeting friends as often, claiming I was just too busy. In truth, I didn't want to deal with the questions, the ones that forced me to confront how much I'd changed. The worst part was that I couldn't even pinpoint when I lost myself completely. It wasn't one big moment, it was a slow erosion of who I used to be. The girl who used to dream about hiking in far-off mountains and publishing poetry collections now spent her days folding laundry and planning dinner menus. One night, I found my old journal while cleaning out a closet. Flipping through the pages, I barely recognized the person who had written those words, someone so full of passion and hope. Tears welled up as I realized how distant that version of me had become. I closed the journal and sat on the floor for hours, feeling the weight of my choices crush me. It took months of quiet reflection and painful conversations to understand what had happened. Loving someone shouldn't mean losing yourself. A healthy relationship is supposed to nurture your individuality, not erase it. I finally told Daniel how I felt, and to my surprise, he listened. For the first time in years, we had an honest conversation about our needs and fears. I wish I could say we fixed everything, but the truth is, we didn't. Love wasn't enough to bridge the gap between who I was and who he needed me to be. In the end, I chose myself. It was the hardest decision I've ever made, but walking away allowed me to start rediscovering who I was. Now, I'm learning to love myself again, slowly, imperfectly, but wholeheartedly. I travel, I write, and I embrace the life I nearly abandoned. And while I still believe in love, I know now that the most important love is the one you have for yourself. Because no relationship is worth losing who you are.